Good morning on set at the Univision Studios, highlighting the Carrera GT. Glad to be back, glad to be re-invited to the show for this segment they're doing frequently on multi-million-dollar cars. So very, very pleased to be here. YouTube. I just got back from Florida DMV. This is paperwork that confirms the importation of a vehicle and now conforms to Florida standards. So we're gonna get a Florida title on this car. It's on the way now. We'll talk about that car in a little bit as soon as it gets here. Did you talk about this car?
No, I have not.
Okay, so the Corvette's going for a pre-purchase inspection to a Corvette specialist down south. It's not about passing or failing, it's about understanding what the car is all about and meeting expectations to the buyer, which we always try to do in a transparent way. So we'll be hopefully announcing the sale of that car very soon. We talked about this car 2 weeks ago. You know, this is just a product, as I like to call, as one of our services, a turnkey service for our client that wanted the car. He found the car, but we did all the due diligence, logistics, paperwork, taxes, and I learned something new because I didn't know a GT1 competition car existed in the Corvette world. So he's coming by later today to take a look at it. He's excited. He can't wait to see it. So I don't know. It seems to be Corvette day today.
Yeah,
for real. We're working on a deal on the 812 Superfast. The buyer requested a walk-around video. So again, everything that we can do to facilitate, we do. We want to send that immediately. It was requested yesterday later. My dad got a video, but the F12, we got the wrong car. So. The 812 is going to hold its price in the market. It has already since COVID, obviously, but I think that was due to the inventory, of course. But it's going to hold its price because Ferrari made an announcement the other day on social media, the new V12. We don't know what that means, but if I had to guess, it's going to be a hybrid introduction to the lineup of the 12-cylinder cars. So what does that do to the naturally aspirated cars, of course, once you stop producing something?
The old V8, and now the 488 came out with the new V8, which is a twin turbo.
Yeah, so I think F12 and 812 will hold a pretty cool place in...
I'll probably bring down the liters of the engine and include a hybrid.
Yeah, for sure. Let me send off this text message before I forget, which I won't forget because we're talking about sale.
Can't get out of my head.
What are we looking at? You're probably wondering. 1933 Alfa Romeo 8C Monza. These were the sports car of the era. This particular car is a recreation, okay? It's got a period engine, period suspension, full hand-built aluminum body car, maybe about 20 years ago by a renowned company in Argentina. The car belonged to a very exclusive collection in Uruguay, ultimately found its home in Italy. This car was shipped here last year from Italy. It received a full engine overhaul, all documented, of course.
It's an original 8C engine?
Not necessarily original 8C engine, but it's a real Alfa period engine.
Okay.
It's a bi-block inline 8 with a supercharger. I mean, it sounds amazing. We're gonna start it now, as a matter of fact, and we'll give it a little walk around. It's not an easy car to drive, okay, because you'll see now the pedal configuration, which was the way it was. I mean, this is everything about it dimensionally. It's what the car really is. Obviously, a real car is about $20 million. This one here, we have listed at $499. The coachwork is from Bronco, which was a little sportier. Not the most practical car. An inline 8 with a straight pipe. Sounds amazing. Here we go. Intimidating to drive. Look at the pedals set up. So there's your clutch. this is your brake, and this is the accelerator. So I mean, between the gearbox being on this side, you sitting on this side of the car, and the strange pedal configuration, your mind kind of twitches.
Yeah.
And you got to think about it. So it's a car that takes a little time to get acquainted with.
And then it sounds like that.
But I'm sure, yeah,
so
it sounds like that. And you're not enclosed. You got the air running through your head, and you know, it's quite the experience. But I think it could be a very rewarding car if you really learn how to drive it properly. So I haven't had the time nor space to do that, but I get a thrill just, you know, taking it out, moving in, shifting it around to get that.
We should maybe work on getting an episode done with this, where we really dive into it.
It depends what the viewers want. Let us know. Hit that comment down below. In the meantime, appreciate the beauty of what this is. I mean, look at the detail on it everywhere. Look at the brake system. You know, look at the louvers here. That's all handmade. The fact is today, if you wanted a car like this with that engine, that suspension, a hand-built aluminum body, you couldn't build it for the kind of money that we're asking. I see it as an art form, essentially. If I could, I'd put it in my living room because it's history. It's something special. It really is.
Unfortunately, I did have a listing in Edgewater that was under contract with a cash buyer, but the cash buyer was a foreign national, and the board had a little bit of issue verifying a couple things. Ultimately, the board didn't approve the buyer.
Okay.
So the property came back onto the market. I've shown the property over 6 times, have 3 offers, and a couple more today.
Wow.
So it's just a matter of finding the right offer to make sure that we get through a nice, clean, smooth closing.
Right.
So busy. I'm dying to finish I'm remodeling my home. I'm almost there, painting and moving in. That's driving me crazy because I have contractors over there and things going on here. It's been crazy. I cannot wait to finish and just move in, and I can focus on other things.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
If we're gonna go down south by Tamiami Airport, there's a gentleman who called me yesterday. He's got a 1970 Bronco he's had for 15 years sitting in there. I don't know if it's necessarily been sitting the whole time, but he has it stored in a warehouse and wants to get rid of it. So he called us to see if we're interested in buying the car. He says it needs a little TLC. As we know, a lot of those cars have gone up in price significantly, so it could be a good opportunity. We're gonna definitely check it out. Hi, Larry, good morning. This is Gaston from the barn.
Hey, good morning, Gaston.
Just wanted to reach out, see if, I know it's a little bit last minute, but if there's an opportunity, I can actually leave from Doral now. I could probably be there in 30, 45 minutes.
Could I call you right back and just see how my next appointment's coming along here? And give me a couple minutes.
Yeah, no problem. You call me back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Every day you have something new going on, but you don't have a boring life. Wow, I've never seen this before. This is a beauty. I had to come see this, right? This is beautiful. And they changed that little knob. You see that?
I thought it was original. I mean, I wouldn't know otherwise. It looked like it.
Yeah, it looks original.
Yeah.
It looks original.
Well, it's the old school way of when they would wrap the cars, right? They only did the front end.
That's
And then
part
the
of it.
edge always
Yes.
gets all the gunk stuck
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah. Back then, that was amazing. You had a little bit.
Yeah.
And I talked about trying to remove this piece, but it's too risky. You leave that.
You never know what might go. You gotta leave it there.
You gotta leave it there.
Yeah, because
That's
this
part
here,
of the,
it might lose the lift.
Yeah. I just gotta get it cleaned up good though, that's all.
Do you collect Corvettes specifically, or?
No. This will be my 7th Corvette though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that I've owned.
Awesome.
But hopefully this one.
And number 8 is on the way, maybe very soon.
See, this how yes, I've been talking to you. The C7, it's beautiful, but I want to get a ZR1. They're a lot more collectible than the other ones.
I agree. I mean, it's the pinnacle, it's
Yeah.
the last of the kind, of the best of the most. I mean, it's everything.
I love my car. 100%. I love
Good.
my car. All right, thank you, my friend.
Go on.
Okay.
He loves the car, and that's a good thing. All right, so we're on the way to go see Larry for the 1974 Bronco. And I brought with me here, he's a barn team member, master mechanic. Leonel has worked here in the United States with Ferrari Challenge teams. He's very well versed and expert in carburetors. He's done some restorations in his life, very high-end stuff. And so I want him to come, although I can assess the car myself, I feel comfortable doing that. I want to know if he is okay having to go through whatever process it takes to get the car right. So I want him to come with me and we can talk about it together, see if it's something worth buying. Right.
There's a little leak in the transmission. I think it's the upper seal maybe.
Okay.
It's new transmission and the engine, all the stuff's been replaced and rewired and everything else.
And so you put a new engine into it, you
Yeah.
said? How long ago was that?
That was probably about 10 years ago
10
maybe.
years.
It's
Okay.
never ever been on the road, so.
Okay.
And the brakes have been done and the booster's been put on.
Okay.
Ignition, so. You know, like I say, it needs do some TLC work on it, fix it up right, so.
Yeah. And you did this upholstery work? Or?
Yeah, I had somebody done before here.
Okay.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, I got all the emblems and everything for it. Needs like the wiper blades. It needs the emergency brake hooked up.
So you haven't started the car in how long?
Oh, it's probably been a few weeks.
Okay.
But I think it's out of gas. I tried to start the other day, and I think it's out of gas.
Okay.
Let me know.
Appreciate your time.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Well, my initial thought is the following. I know a builder that does these Broncos, and they're always looking for donor cars to take them apart and rebuild them. They'll swap out the engines, they'll swap out all the panels, they'll repaint it. So all those little cosmetic things don't really concern me too much, because what these guys do is, you know, they just want a chassis. You can build these Broncos basically out of a catalog. And so I would never go through the headache of trying to restore it or trying to get it perfect, because it could be a never-ending game. I would be like, just, you know, buy here and sell it to these guys right over if they're interested in a quick flip, small margin, but you do something and you do something quick. That's kind of the mindset behind it.
So where are we going right now?
All right, so we are arriving now at the Univision Studios. Tomorrow morning I'll be live at 8:30 on Despierta America. We're going to be showing the Carrera GT, very similar to like what we did a couple weeks ago with the LaFerrari and the 275 GTB. So it's pretty cool because I'm starting to become a regular invite on the show. Showing these multi-million-dollar cars is what they want to see. So we just happen to have the Carrera GT. It's going to work out perfectly. So we need a PCR test. Everyone who goes live on the show needs to be negative, of course. And we're going to take advantage now and do that test.
That was quick.
Okay, that's it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching today's episode. There is so much to do. It's only, what, 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
But we can't make episodes 12-hour days, basically, is what our work day is. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button.
Follow us on Instagram. You can see a little more insight of the day-to-day.
Well, if you're watching this now, you would have seen all my stories about a week ago. So the latest scoop on there. Check it out. See you next week. I'm Gaston Rosato.
I'm Reza Rosato. Peace out.